Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We've got another pro level replay from the Home Story Cup. This time it's MMA versus that thing, and that thing is YuGiOh. I like that paw print. That's kind of cute. Anywho, pretty sure YuGiOh used to be with Slayers as well. And then when Slayers disbanded, a lot of the people ended up going to some of the same teams and so forth. We got the production tab open. We'll speed it up a little bit here, because I believe this game is a little bit longer. MMA. I'm not gonna say I'm the hugest fan of MMA, but he plays so well. He's such a great talent that I really enjoy watching his games. Just because at a Terran level, he was known so much for his drops and creativity, and I really enjoy that because I think Terran is a very creative race, and it should be played that way. We have the drone scout coming out here. It's out very early. Looks like a young Sean Copen out here with his really early drone scout. Great fast pull by MMA. No, maybe that wasn't. He's just going to go scout as well. I thought he was just on a different level of being. Going to attack? Nope, not even worrying about it. But MMA was going to be fast to deflect that anyways. We got a hatch first. That's about 14 or 15 hatch, which is fantastic. Speed it up a little bit more again. Just because I'm interested to see what strategy goes off in the early game here. Fast Marine. We should be getting a expansion. Looks like it's going to be on the low ground. No, it's not. Interesting. I thought that said GG for a second. Like, oh man, what a shitty game. No, anyways, spawning pool is about to finish. Very standard at this point. There we go. Love doing this. Is he actually sending some Marines? He is too. He's sending 2 Marines. This is not visible yet. Now it's visible. Love doing this. That's something I'm really incorporating a lot of into my play right now as a playing Terran against Zerg, is even if you don't send the Marines, building a bunker at the front and building it blatantly in view of the hatchery. What that allows you to do is really get him flustered, and particularly at a lower level, they'll pull off a whole pile of drones to come and attack you in order to make sure that it stops you. See, I like taking out this rock. It's really shitty to get in the way of your actual micro. Looks like he's just going to go for a pure bust with lings. Lots and lots of lings being produced at home. Expansion's on its way down. Another bunker at the front. Oh no, he lost his overlord. That is sucky. Here comes all the lings. That's enough to take that out. He's going to focus down the SCV so it can't get away, which is smart. Altogether, that cost 250 minerals to kill that. 250 minerals for MMA to make that. All the lings that he produced ate up a lot of that as well. His bunker's finished, so it's not going to matter. Speed is finished though, so I wouldn't have been too surprised for him to just make another big pile of lings and just go for some sort of an attack. So much fun to do that. Sees what's happening there. Looks like he's just going to go to Hellions now. Maybe even widowmines. Overlord's moving out. And straightforward. No third base yet, so I'm wondering if there's going to be pressure. It's usually by the 8-minute mark that you're going to see a third base, so there's still some time for that to happen. He did lose a lot of economy because of having to go for all those lings. Supply depots at the front. Also something I'm doing a lot of. Obviously you see the pros doing this all the time. If you're going to build supply depots, it might as well be part of the wall. I mean, it's shitty if they hit it with banelings and you get supply blocked. But it's cheap and you need to make it anyways, whereas making a wall with things you don't need doesn't matter. Something I also like doing is maybe going for 3 racks, because 3 racks fits in here really, really snug. And then you're safe from most things. Third base is down now before the 8-minute mark. Actually right about the 7-minute mark. Creep spread happening, which is fantastic. Lings now have speed, so the map control is firmly with YuGiOh. Upgrades time. So we're looking at him going for a much more macro focused game. Delayed Banshee. Super in love with doing that. A couple Hellions, do some pressure. He's got to be careful. The speedlings can still surround and take that out if you're not careful. I believe that there should be no view of any of the tech currently being used. No, there's no tech view right now. What's happening over there? The 2 Hellions do scout the third and the timing of it. So that's fine. And what do we have behind this? Actually, MMA caught up in supply really fast. We look at units wise, 47 to 37. Not as big of a lead as I would expect from a pro level Zerg player. But that's the way of things. That's a nice little pile of them again. Banshee coming out at the same time as all of these. There's enough lings out here on creep. These things will get surrounded and killed. Oh, they're dead. Gotta get off creep. Nice control. Good hit. The Banshee now is going in. No detection at all back here, so this should be able to do really well. See how many kills that gets up to. Lair Tech is finished, so he should be able to get an Overseer. He does have a Spore going down a couple places. Is there another Banshee coming out? Yeah, I figured there should be. That's quite an investment in Cloak for you to potentially not get any Banshees, right? It's up to 7 kills. It's pretty good. Spore should be finished pretty quick here. Now, the thing I like watching about pros is making sure they don't waste the Banshee. Don't waste the Banshee. See if we can get that Queen there, which would be really nice. Yeah, he's gonna kill that off. Maybe kill a couple creep tumors. I did lose the Banshee up at the north, but I'm pretty sure he saw the Spire as well. It's just so easy to suicide Banshees, and you invest so much into those to get the Starport, the Tech Lab, the Cloak, 2 Banshees. You don't want to just lose them. Lots of production happening right now. Supplies are still pretty well tied. He's going over for this expansion really fast, but we're going to see what comes up with the Spire. Lots of gas banked right now, so I'm sure he's trying to go for a nice big swell. That Banshee's only got 3 kills out there, but one of them was a Queen, which is really nice. Coffee. Yeah. Baneling speed. I think he can only get a handful of these at a time because he doesn't have all of his gases. Yep, now he has all of his gases, which is great. I would expect him to be taking this base soon. I mean, there's no real reason not to with the creep spread and everything happening. Has out the mines for scouting, which is fantastic. The creep spread is really great. I love seeing that. Wall off the front and a turret. So you have turrets in the main. No, turrets on the side, just 1. Fight them all! Oh. That's a good amount of Marines. I mean, this turret just finishes up in time, which is great. He does have the bunker here, and he does have, obviously, a bunch of Marines to be able to deflect. Right now, look at that Banelings, though. That is a huge pile of Banelings. Where are those coming in anyways? Back in the safety at home. Baneling speed just about to finish. Burrow. Armor's on the way. What? These are 1-1. Real good. These guys are 1-1. Also pretty good. These are a nice little addition to just work in here. You never know when they're just really going to pay off big. Let's see if this mine kills more than it's worth. That's a good hit. Gets into the bunker. Oh, no micro on those guys. They all go down. Defense the front though. Look out, mules. Well, it was deflected. Banshee's just going to town at the same time. So if that turned out okay for MMA, he now has the lead. That was a big investment to all those Banelings. The Mutalisks haven't really done any damage yet. I don't know why these are down. Those will probably be up. They're just waiting for the Cloak to run out now. See if he runs home now in time. I like having one of those just to pick up some pesky overlords. Well, now let's look at the economy tab. A lot to a lot. Pushing out right now. He's on creep. Is he going to scan and take out creep? Doesn't look that way. Still got a really good lead though. I'm surprised. Maybe he just doesn't have any scans available. That's why he's waiting. Yeah, there's the scan. They really want to try and take care of that creep as best as possible. Get the active tumor. Is he gonna get in time? No. Pick him up. Good snag. He didn't get all the creep tumors, unfortunately. He got a few. But that's alright. Another command center, which is great. He's getting the Mutalisk upgrade there. So I'm assuming he's going to continue to produce a handful of those. Something you got to be really careful of is widowmines are awesome, but they do friendly damage. So if a bunch of lings come in, surround you, and then you move next to your mines, you can just blow the shit out of your own stuff. The great thing about having a handful of Mutalisks out, though, for YuGiOh, is that the drop play is essentially shut down. We haven't seen any drops yet come out of MMA. Oh, there's a drop. I guess that one. Man. Gonna be better at my mini-maps here. Getting the creep on that side, which is fantastic. I think he's just gonna go check for another base. Nothing too much happening right now. A little bit of a lull in the action in order to just kind of accommodate things. MMA is taking a really big lead in supply, though. But I believe his tech... Well, he's got a lot of infrastructure. 3-3 is not done yet. Well, not even started. These guys are at 2-1. So tech-wise, I wouldn't say that he's behind at all. He's going to lose most of those, but yeah, I took out a couple of Mutalisks. Mutalisks are always worth more. That one Marine's going to have a bad day. Oh, insta-kill. Insta-super dead. Lots of mines. I hear a drop loading up. This is going to go around, I'm assuming. That's enough mutas to actually do some damage to a command center. But if you get there in time, is he really going to sit there and focus down the command center for Mutalisks? I mean, it is pretty good to take out the command center, but those Mutalisks were expensive. I don't think that was necessarily a good move. Oh, he's going to lose even more now. That was an expensive loss for YuGiOh there. I don't think that was worth it at all. Huge supply lead, but right now we're seeing MMA not build any supply depots yet, so he's going to have to get back on that soon. Unless he's anticipating losing a bunch of his army. That always works as well. Rallies all of his stuff out to that side, which is great. We're going to see a confrontation. Go, little guy. Lots of lings, banelings. It's interesting to see absolutely no tanks and no hellbats as part of this. Both would be really effective at killing this army. I think he's just sending out a handful to try and test for widowmines. Just like that one. That's kind of funny. That's a good sized little army. I love this. This is a whole new composition, right? This is brand new. The widowmine marine composition. That is a brand new composition type. See, that was an example of a widowmine doing damage to yourself. Nice little run in at the top. He's got great position behind the hatcheries. Does snipe the primary one. See if these banelings get a good hit here. Oh, he hits both. Is he going to pick up? Great pickup. Really smart thing to do. I'm going to pause for a second. If you're a Zerg player and you got to make a macro hatch, building a macro hatch next to the other hatch is usually great. So if one does get sniped, it's not a long distance to go to keep mining. But in that case, MMA had enough time to snipe both. Double drop into the main. Oh, if he loses both of those, that'd be kind of shitty. Oh, that'd have been fantastic though. Almost got it. Double drop into the main though. Oh, he's gonna take out the Greater Spire. That was fortunate. Banling stuck behind the Queen. Nice splitting there. Only lost a handful. I think he's just gonna lose those now. So he's not worried about those. Now the army's chasing that. He's actually going for this base down here. Oh, and he drops behind this base as well. Really smart. He's pulling YuGiOh in all different types of directions. He's going to go for the hatchery snipe on this. Fantastic. This up here is still doing damage. It's finally getting cleaned up. This base is just getting started up over there. Is he going planetary with that? Yes, it is. That's smart. Still has the mines in place. So he did lose a lot of stuff, but obviously having the mines in place helps clean things up a lot. That's pretty nifty. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have any anti-air over here, so these guys are gonna do a bit of damage. MMA. There you go. So he's gonna lose a handful. Not too big of a deal, I think. He has a big stim though. Lost that army, not paying attention to it. But he's down to 3 Mutalisks. So, working at starving out his opponent pretty good here. MMA doesn't really have much of a bank, but he does have very comfortably mining bases happening. This is really undersaturated compared to this guy here. Pushing around the north again for another attack. Burrowing the widowmines. This is just a retreat, right? Ugh. That's so rough when that happens. See, now there's so much hesitation from YuGiOh to actually even take out those armies because of the widowmines. Oh, another attack and drop at the top. He didn't focus down the hatchery on that one. He's going to pick up most of them, yep. Is he going to drop right behind the mineral line? Yep. Smart, might as well. Bang. I mean, it's not trading very cost effectively in a lot of ways for the Zerg to throw away that many banelings, particularly when it's behind that far in economy. Great little spot back there, I like that. That's super nifty. Should be able to get that clean, no problem. He's got the gold-based mining. Great map awareness with the mines. He knows all the different routes. He's got them all guarded. So he's in a great position. That's still happening. Supply-wise, MMA is pretty much maxed. YuGiOh is struggling to push 130. And really, he spent all this time just trying to get back his Greater Spire, which is finally finished. But even then, he doesn't really have the economy to hit up a ton of Broodlords. He's got the gas. Huge gas bank. How many kills that guy have? 11? Yeah, I know, I'm looking at it already. 17. Son of bitch. That's ridiculous. Well, here comes another army. Gonna go try and punish that base. Looks like YuGiOh is aware of it. He's got the banelings out. He's got 3-3 finish for his stuff. These guys got any upgrades? No. I didn't notice that before. It'd be pretty sexy if widowmines had an attack upgrade, though. Well, I think that was burrowed banelings there, actually, as well. Another quick little army running in to do damage. Good chunk of Broodlords, though. There's nothing in place right now to deal with these, so MMA has to pull back. This gold base, though, is going completely unchecked, so MMA is just rolling in the dough. Still got widowmines everywhere. 13 kill widowmine. 9 kill. That didn't have any. 21 kills. Man, I really like this. I'm gonna have to start doing this more. It's just so effective at picking off stuff. Oh. I don't know if that's close enough. That'd be a sick pick-off. Where are those Broodlords? They're pretty much out of position to be able to deal with this right now. Some banelings in place. Blammo! Nice amount of festers at this point. I mean, it would have been pretty nice to probably have those out a bit earlier against this competition. Those aren't very good fungals. Those are just a complete waste of fungals. Pushing in once again to the north. Broodlord's out of position because they're defending to the south. And obviously, he's just going to pull back. Just going to go in for the snipe on the hatchery. Not much that YuGiOh can do about this. He got his supply up a lot better, which is something to be said. Yeah, go Marine. I don't know what all those guys are doing. I must have forgot about those guys. Oh, they're there. Oh, that was a great fungal on that. Took out a bunch of stuff. But once again, the bank is pretty ridiculous. Good little drop once again. GG's out. Now, that's probably appropriate timing. Like, there was no way that YuGiOh is going to be able to get up to a 5th base. Drop in the main. That was going to be tough to deal with. No expansion there. nothing down here to deal with this expansion because all his brood lords are up here. Yeah, he was fighting. He was fighting with his back against the ropes a long time, so I can understand that. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's see if I can find some more games from the Home Story Cup, and we'll talk to you later.